Welcome to the Dragon's Den. My name is Leo Drake, and thank you for spending part of your day with me. Please show strength and honour by subscribing to the channel. If you're new here, I review, list and rank old and new movies where everyone is welcome. Come on, join in. If you enjoy the video, click the like button and ring the notification bell to be notified when I post a new video. In this video, we are reviewing the new blockbuster, Gladiator 2. I previously reviewed the original Gladiator movie in my last video, and I'll put a link up to that on screen. I will be starting off with a non-spoiler review before going into spoilers later in the video. I will give you fair warning so you can decide what part you want to watch. Okay, so let's get to it. If there is anything Hollywood has shown us recently, it is that it loves recognisable IP almost as much as it loves sequels. Following the likes of Independence Day Resurgence, Gun Maverick, and Beetlejuice, we get Gladiator 2. The original Gladiator movie came out in the year 2000. Ridley Scott returns to direct the sequel, but the real questions are, is the movie any good? Should you go and see it? And does it live up or even surpass the original? Marcus Aurelius' dream of a free Rome under the Senate working for the people has been trampled over by greed for power. Rome is currently ruled by two young emperors called Beta and Caracalla, who are tyrants seeking to expand their empire at all costs. General Acacius, played by Pedro Pascal, leads a naval attack on Numidia, the last free town in Africa, where we meet Hanno, who seeks to defend against the Roman invaders. Captured and sold into slavery, Hanno is purchased by Denzel Washington to be a gladiator and seeks revenge on Rome. This movie looks good with great set pieces, including the flooded Colosseum shown in the trailers. There are some good performances, notably from Denzel Washington, and the film feels like a historic epic. Paul Mescal does fine in the main role. This movie is better than Ridley Scott's Napoleon from last year. I personally did not like the twin emperors, who both reminded me of Joffrey Baratheon from Game of Thrones, and I felt some of the important moments in the film were a little rushed. The audience did not get a chance to really take in the impact of such events before we were on to the next thing. However, there is good action scenes, and though the movie is close to 2.5 hours, it does not feel too long. The biggest barrier this movie faces is being compared to the original, which is an all-time great. Gladiator 2 itself makes multiple references to the original film, and at times it feels more like a tribute than a serious contender. While a good movie, Gladiator 2 is overshadowed by the original, but if you like the original film or historical movies, I would still recommend going to see this movie on the big screen. In terms of rating, I score Gladiator 2 3.5 stars out of 5. Before I discuss spoilers, let me know, have you seen the film or are you planning to? Perhaps you've decided to watch Paddington instead. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. If you're new to the channel, please remember to subscribe, like and share the video. I'm looking to post a new video every Monday, so be sure to come back for that. If you've seen the film or want to hear my spoiler review, please stick around. Otherwise, come back once you've seen the film. Until next time, hoorah! This is your final spoiler warning, as we will now be discussing specific parts of Gladiator 2. I really like the naval battle at the beginning of the film, along with the one held in the Colosseum, as many Roman battles were fought on sea as well as land. Hanno's wife, Arashat, dies. Big difference between the original is that Maximus's wife and son are murdered in their homes by soldiers who are supposed to protect them. Arashat dies while fighting in combat, which is still sad and does not have the same power or thirst for revenge. In fact, Gladiator 2 lacks the impact of the original. The script is weaker, and instead of the words echoing in eternity, they ring a little hollow. When Paul Mescal gives speeches in the movie, none of them really hit like you want them to. However, all the Colosseum scenes are excellent, and Rome looks grand and fantastic. Only CGI element I was not sure about is when Hanno fights the apes or baboons early in the film. Denzel Washington is the real villain in this movie, and he gives the standout performance, increasing his influence with the emperors until he is able to bring down Rome from the inside. Pedro Pascal does a good job. His character comes in and out of the film. I think the main reasons this movie does not live up to the original is because of the weaker script and a lack of focus. There are too many elements in this movie that dilute the story, and key moments like the death of Lucilla or Senator Gracchus, played by Derek Jacobi, feel overlooked. Gladiator 2 needs to take a breath, allow the actors to feel and experience the big moments so the audience can do so as well. Gladiator 2 has a satisfying conclusion when Hanno is revealed to be Lucian and calls Acacius's army to Rome in hopes of liberation. The Praetorian Guard protect the city and risk a civil war. Lucian fights Macrinus, sparing further bloodshed. The music in this film is not as good as the original, but Matt Lucas makes a surprise cameo, and overall it is an enjoyable watch. We'll see if the $250 million budget is well spent, or if this film will remain in the shadow of the original.